wasn't raining. It's not doing a thunderstorm right now. The way this game works now, you can't really tell the heavy black clouds and the dark gray ambience seems to now just happen when a game loads, and we're already back. Can we go back? Can we go back? No. Bed. See, it's not the traditional thunderstorm. It is not displaying properly. Alright, so this is done on a phone. You might hear clawing and scratching noises to make certain maneuvers happen. Otherwise, it's held at a wide stance to prevent that much better jump that time. Otherwise, it's held at a wide stance to prevent that, but it comes at cost of control, such as walking into trees, buildings, pits of death. Again, this is going to be an abbreviated version because in the last episode, you may have heard it, the belt on my dryer at home snapped. So unfortunately, or fortunately, I gotta go to the laundromat for a bit because I gotta wait for a payday to see when I can get it done. Unfortunately, I'm in straight 8 hours, which is, with the current pay raise that I got, is now a little tough but doable. And speaking of, we finally seem to have terrain that's doable. Alright, turn and wrong position, of course. So, yeah. It's Tuesday when these videos get released. This Watch Me Suck at Bowling and maybe other related or non-related things. But this isn't the video that is, well, okay, that was bad. Fortunately, he can't move fast enough to get me, so we're safe there. Though we didn't need to do that much. But to move forward, yeah. Nice jump. And now you get to hear me talk about how the game doesn't respond, because it really doesn't. Yeah, that time it jumped when I didn't ask for it. So it's Tuesday, the weather's supposed to suck, so I mean, we'll probably get some of the distance back. Unfortunately, we wound up mountain valley, and what happened there? Maybe it was one of those drowned with a trident. That's the only thing I can think of. Alright, it's getting less doable towards the equator, so we're going to stick with being a little off to the north. I don't like being one position off like that, because as you saw in the previous video, if you did, we lost a boat. Because I was off one position like that, and the boat went the other way. how about up here? Nope. How about up here? Nope. Down. Move the player. There we go. Now we can make the jump. Break. Let's see if the game can do anything. Alright, we're going to have to back one position. Nope. We were pressing jump. We weren't pressing swing swords. Yeah, the controls in this game are so ludicrously bad. Doesn't help when we're this far out either. Yeah, why did I think I was going to make that? Nice open spot here. Let's see where the jump button fails us. Well, it didn't. We can break. So again, because of the 8 hours, and I intended to move my schedule to a way that it's less painful to get here on a straight 8, which I really do like the overtime and not having a life. Although if they actually paid well. Then again, in Massachusetts, what company does? One more. It's close enough. 2.5 drumsticks is the most efficient fill in terms of eating a loaf of bread. It's not a slice, it's a full loaf there. But we were at 2. And we gotta fill that heart meter, which we have just done. If we didn't have the mountain ridge thing, and the dryer at home didn't snap its belt, we probably would have hit the 7,500 kilometer block. And we're not terribly far from it. Now, as I say, these might be shorter videos because, of course, as I've mentioned in other videos that you may not have seen, the advantages of the laundromat is that it's professional equipment, it gets the job done faster. The bad thing is, or good thing, depending on how you look at it, these videos wind up shorter in the laundromat. Bad, no matter what, is, get as far. Okay, you know what? This side looks a little less steep. Last minute it shows up. Ooh, but what about here? No. Break. Maybe we might want to actually go this way. A little Dave Grohl action there. No, I did not want to place. I wanted sword after breaking. a bit of a delayed splash. Alrighty. We get out of that mess. Oh, I wish I found that bed that I laid before, but it's almost a waste because it's literally like not that far away from the one that we started from. Ooh, we made it this far. But how about we move the player? Good. Nice jump. Glad you didn't do your job again. And micro jumping, because this game can't do it. The controls just suck so bad. There we go. One sleep will be getting in because we don't have that much time. Now we're swinging beds for reasons unknown. And we can get rid of that because alright. Let's see if I can reach this. Actually, we don't need to go that high. How about nope. Well, we're going to have to move the player. No, I don't like how we can turn. It just went on its own. Move the player. We're getting set up to fail again. I don't like this. We're not going to have a repeat of Death Fest, so move the player. We have a village. So we'll just do this just to get closer and get that distance traveled number a little higher. Jump. Ooh, wow, the jump button did its job. Alright, that building is useless. Thanks for just hitting whatever. Didn't ask for that, so of course that's what it did. Of course that fell through the world, because we can't. Just give the bed. There you go. How many more do we need? That should not be there. 3 more, but running out of time. Again, here's our safety boat. Because if we're not on an exact half-block increment, we could fall through the world and die. Or we can stop immediately after a sleep but not move. So that'll be it for this break. I think this whole day is going to be a loss, so see you later. And we're back. So it appears that it's going to be just the lunch, which is now, and that first break that got ruined. The second one was fine. So that's not going to help us, but these might. Oh, we don't need that. Actually, we could. Now we can grab one. There we go. Well, we're doing good getting these beds. How many more are gonna fall through? Not that one. How about the door? And we'll just hoppity hop over. Well, I'm glad the last hop didn't work. That would have went over. It probably would have gave me an issue. Yeah, there's no smithy around here. And go. So the first break, ruined. Second break was okay. Lunch, ruined. But this will help us get a bit further. I'm beginning to think I probably couldn't have hit the 7.5. I think what I was trying to do was get to 74.90. And we couldn't. See, I don't like this. Oh, especially when that happens. Oh, we did get the boat. Good, we got the boat, and we can break the block now. Let's see. I think we've more than climbed what we needed. That's why we just dropped in. All right, that's good. That way we got to keep moving. There we go. Move that boat. Jump. Don't know why sword was swinging. And then I get myself doing that. What I tried to do, and that was a very risky move, is as I'm heading down, if it's a 2 or 3 blocks at most, I try to jump, because as we head down, without jumping, we just stop like that, and how you notice how we kept moving when we did drop down if I jumped before we hit it. Yep, and we jump. Alright, right here's a decent start. Let's mix up the colors a little bit, just because we can. No. Alright, we've got one bread too many, so we need to fix that. Then we can move this there, that there, that there. Well, there's a vine. I see water. Again, the once bitten, twice shy thing, which sometimes still go for the glory anyway. Is I see a drop and I stop because I can't tell if it's going to be a plummet to my death. I made it to 74.90, which is what I hoped we would have made it to in the previous run. How about the sword? Yeah, it bounced into that, and oh, good. Deserts can be a good thing. Especially if there's a temple with good loot in it. I almost fell into that. Ooh, that was some jumping. Alright, that's not going to work because there's water there. For a minute, I didn't realize that it was. And that was a very lousy desert. Oh, but we had a village, and we can drop down. Nice jump. Pretty much looking for a couple beds. Actually, because we have the bread and more bread here, we do that so we can steal another one. And I think we got our bed count, and we do. Nothing here. And of course, being lunch, I gotta keep an eye on the clock, because every minute that I am late, I lose money, and on an 8-hour shift, that is definitely not affordable. Go. And for some reason when I'm doing these, I keep having to remind myself that I put myself on a 10-minute stagger. My lunch is 12 to 12:30. I do 12:10 to 12:40. Because at 12:30, for some reason, every Tom, Dick, and Harry on the floor wants to either leave or start their lunch or come back. And again, every minute lost, money lost. So I wait 10 minutes. That way everything clears out and I get practically a free run at the time clock without anyone. I mean, I think there's 2 other people that do the same thing, and that generally is not an issue. Well, I guess a jump there was poorly timed. This actually has been a pretty decent run, even with the little skips and little bobbles. Although there, the jump button was completely ignored. Yeah. Well, this way's more doable. Bad jump. Regular forest now, which sometimes is not an issue. How about the boat? Place the boat. Boat the boat. Eat the food. A little bit of a waste, but half drumstick difference. If it keeps us moving the right way. Okay, one of these ways. Yep, move the player. Too far. And there's just too many dark spots, so alright, let's get on this one. Good. We were allowed to sleep. That was important. Alright, we need another bed in hand. Break that one. And just not much further. How about not micro jumping? Nice lack of a jump, especially since I was pressing the jump button. I think I see an end to this, so. And move the player. Alrighty. Big opening here. I think we're gonna Dave Grohl it there, so let's, okay, yeah, we're not gonna be able to move because there was something there. We're flirting with that 256 point. Where, I mean, doesn't seem to, and we're past it, doesn't seem to make much of a difference out this far, but from 256 onward, it's enough to compound the effects of the distance effects of the larger number. Although in the 2 million range, it did have more of an effect than it does here in the 4 to 8 million range. was raining outside. Too late now. I mean, there's less than like 5 more usable minutes for this. And about 6 or 7 if I were to go out walking. I couldn't even get a lap around the building. A little more this way. See, it wanted to go the wrong direction. Turn around. Nope. Regular. Jump. And we're going to 256 in the other direction now. Whatever helps make that bigger number get bigger. And no, not sword swing. Village. May or may not be ending here. We just need 1 bed. And move the player. We're looking for smithies, which I think in this particular kind of regular-ish village, not quite. Yeah, I didn't see any. We're getting close to having to call it quits. So what I'm going to do, right here, looks like it keeps going, is we're going to safely put ourselves in a boat again. All right, we're good for whenever next time is, and I think next time may be washer dryer phase at the laundromat. So yeah, that's abbreviated. At least we made up some of it here. See you whenever that may be. And we're back. This is the abbreviated version of washer dryer phase because I'm at a laundromat. The belt on my dryer broke, so I have to use a laundromat. They do not like you coming in just to dry stuff. I had to be one of them last week when the dryer suddenly let go on me. So this is definitely not going to be as long as it normally is. Can we get to 7.5 million? Well, something's got to go wrong if we can't. And unfortunately for our lunch break, we ran out of time before the sun set. Oh, do we have a village? Yep, my finger's sliding off the control here. Nope. There we go. 20 minutes to go. So even the wash cycle's a little shorter. Half hour versus I think it's like 38 minutes. But the dryers, it's going to be like an hour instead of the typical 2. Oh, rain. Perfect. That's how the real world's weather's going to be like where I live tomorrow. Oh, there's a village. One thing I hate about rain in Bedrock Edition is it doesn't work right. Any image will appear as a thunderstorm. Except for the black clouds, which is supposed to be a thunderstorm. And how about undo that, do that, move more than one position. We only need one. And hit the wrong button. Yeah, I'm good. Still one bed. Good. Yeah, this is a project village. And jump doesn't want to work. Surprise, surprise. I don't see a smithy, so who cares? How about over here and move the player? Oh, we're going backwards because smart me. Anyway. Caught it early. And move the player. Now we're moving the right way. less than 5,000 to hit 7.5 million. Waggle the boat back and forth to move. Portal. No. And that block is too risky to get. Nice jump on my part. Move the player. There we go. Go. Yeah. Oh. Really? Or over here. Or more than one microphone. Like I say all the time, I have the volume really low because it would be deafening and grossly distorted for you people watching. I don't know if I got hit.
I folded for you. It's right here. We just need a white one. We didn't have space to put it. Yeah.
Wait, this is the only one?
Yeah, that one, and then you got all yours over here. And the baby too. Okay, let me finish. This is mine. Oh gosh. You can put that one a wild one. It'll be fine. Put on Papi's here.
And jump.
It's open.
How about
Just
more
put
than
it
one
there.
position, please? Thank you.
Yeah, we will fold the baby the bottom one.
Thank you.
Yep.
Go home and tell Shanali you folded everything.
Alright.
Yeah, you see, I did all my job today. Can't complain.
How about not micro jumping?
Why are you market?
Alright, now we're getting the pink sky.
Hey, Chan. Bring this over here, mommy. Just put it over here. Okay.
Kid came back to the phone.
Yeah, he called me and I said I dropped it off at the police station for him. He didn't know where it was.
Oh, they moved, that's why. They used to be by the courthouse.
Yeah.
Nice jump. Move. Ooh. Big hole.
He's asking what he should say when he gets to the police station. I'm looking for my phone.
Brake.
You were there for your phone.
Alright, we can break this.
What's that?
One more. One more. Good enough. Alrighty. Yeah. We can keep that one. We can move this way perfectly fine. Yep, break it. Again, we can keep that. And I think we got a village here. No, we don't. Okay, player moves. More than that. Move. Move. More than that. More than that. Jeez, this game is stubborn. Break. a little. Dave Grohl it again. Let's just see what's on this side. A little more. And here we go with the lack of cooperation from the game again. Jump. Ooh, we made that, but we couldn't make that. How about jump when I press the damn button? Yeah, that's not gonna work well. Jumping. Is this a way out? It'd be nice if it was. Timers are not consistent.
Esattamente della cara. No, non puoi fare niente.
Nice jump. Glad the button did nothing again. How about jump? Damn it. Nice jump again. And we can't move the player. Probably didn't want to really. Alright, how about this way? Oh, Dave rolled it there.
It's dry. You don't need more? Okay. That was quick on you. Pero no viene pa.
Pardon me, but
¿Dónde? Oh my god. Alright, it's still good. Alright, that's fine. Then I'll get him the phone. Just like to have you.
less than 1,000. And we get a village. Ooh, smithy right here. And move the player. How are we on that? 45. I'm going to put this here. None of that's really useful. In normal play, that would be good. How many beds do we need? 2. Oh, another smithy. Wow, pretty pathetic for both of them. And move the player.
Yeah, you can take this one.
Bad jump.
I'll take this one home. I'll take it at home.
Ooh, Dave rolled that one. Really? All right, 300 to go. $200 to go. Place. Oh no, I don't like seeing what I'm seeing. Roof forest is not what we want. Oh, we crossed and probably, yep. We made it to 7.5 million people. Break. And the wash is about done. Alright, hopefully this is far enough so the roof forest ain't a thing for us. Alright, after this sleep, it's going to be dryer phase. Lucky you, much shorter because the dryer at home broke. Alright, see you guys then. And we're back. I totally forgot how few coins laundromat dryers take. Maybe someday when I have the money to fix the dryer at home, then the stint will last a little longer. Oh, it's coming this way. I don't like that. Roof forest bad. Jumping into trees not as good either. Go. Whoa, oh, good. Okay, I guess. Yeah, we're heading towards that 256. I don't like the cross. But out this far, it don't matter much. Alright, actually, I think we can get out of it here. But I think it's gonna be roof forest no matter what. Alright, that helped a bit. I see another portal. We know how this game goes. You made your objective, now screw you. difficult to reach, so we're ignoring it. And we somehow just hit an invisible wall. We're actually bypassing it? That'd be nice. Oh yeah, I think we did. Dave Grohl it there. Move. There we go. Too much yaw. Is this a death drop? It looks like it might be. Alright, we passed it. Oh, I see an ocean coming up. Oh, but a very steep drop. Alright, progress. Unfortunately, I had a spill and I made a mess of things, so yay. Fun to be had. I don't have anything to clean it up. And this place used to have a little vending machine on the side wall where you could buy detergent, fabric softener bags, which the bags I could have used to... Let's go this way. Way to pay attention. So yeah, the dryer phase is extremely short. Pro tip, this guy kind of undid it on me. Apparently the operator of the place is, if you get a double stack and the top one is available, take that one, especially if the bottom one is not being used, and crack open the door to the bottom one. What that does is, being that they're not hermetically sealed, you get two sources of updrafts to feed the dryer some air and heat through the normal vents that it's designed with and through the bottom door. So you get more air circulating and more drying power. And it's noticeable because if the circulation's really good, or if it's really good, or you have it a little not open enough, the door will shut. If it's the circulation, that's kind of a good thing. Alright, so I got lucky. I came when this place was crowded, but all but one person was finishing, which were all the people that you heard in the background. So yeah, I forgot how short the dryer times are in a laundromat compared to the home dryer, where it takes like almost 2 hours to get things clean, I mean dry, and these things can do it in about 50 minutes. Prices have really shot up though. I mean, the wash isn't too bad. They're all larger machines. Not huge ones, but larger ones. And they're $4.50 a pop. They were $3.50 when I moved out of the apartment. So that went up a little bit, but the dryer time really shot up. It was 6 minutes a pop per quarter. Now it's 4. And I have a feeling the guy was actually raising the prices as I was here. As the guy was doing an awful lot of button pressing for something that, because there's only drying, door open, cool time, time remaining, push start, insert coins for I'm kind of not paying full attention, and I know that I'm okay. How about sword? I know that I'm not I noticed the ocean was still continuing. But I'm interested in all the button presses that he did in Leap of Faith there. And I have a feeling I can't say, but it might have been 5 minutes and then got up the price to 25 cents per 4 minutes. For what I'm doing, it's okay. Okay, speaking of okay, have a boat board and go. It still seems like forever. Although you said I had an incident where I made a mess. In fact, I'm going to try and take care of some of that mess right now. So I'm going to just leave the game here as this and let it run. It shouldn't take long for what I'm going to attempt to do. So see you in a moment. All right, and we're back. And so people threw away, a bunch of dryer sheets, and so I just looked to be sure there wasn't any trash, which to a certain point there wasn't, and I stopped grabbing sheets before that point. I think there was only one can of soda that was in there. Sometimes you gotta make do with what you got. That was something I definitely wasn't a big fan of doing, but again, sometimes you gotta go with what you got. We've all done it before. There was something in the trash and you rescued it from it because you could see that it wasn't surrounded by anything gross. Or you checked around to be sure there was nothing gross. Admit it, you've done it. You don't want to, I know you don't, but you did. Everyone has. Well, this place, I think I mentioned it in an earlier video. Back when, almost a few years ago when I moved out of the apartment, is this place, and there's videos that I've made too. There's videos of this place that I put up after it had a fire. It wasn't really horrible, but there were a couple of dryers that had to be replaced. There was a lot of what appeared to be through the window minor smoke damage on the ceiling and on the walls, but nothing really spectacular. Just a dryer fire in such a small laundromat that they pretty much gutted to a degree. I mean, ripped everything down to the studs, moved the dryers, rebuilt the walls there, and then moved out the washers, placed the walls there. Although the unfortunate thing, or fortunate, depending on how you look at it, is they got rid of a couple of the larger size washing machines. But then again, you had so many washing machines. You got 2, 4, 6, 8 washing machines now. Medium, large size. It says 2 baskets worth on the label. And only 10 dryers. But yeah, last week I was that person that came in just to... It wasn't this laundromat, it was a bigger one. With a 5 minutes per quarter for dry time. Although I have to say these, yeah, like I can pronounce the name. Hubush. Whatever it is. HUEBSCH. Yeah, random letter generator there. Anyway. They seem to be very good at what they do. They dry and they dry well. So yeah, for a moment till I can... Actually, I do have the money to get the dryer fixed, but right But right now, I kinda, this weekend, next week, I have a deadline at work in which I need to get things done. So just before July hits, I will have the time to have that taken care of. Also, I want to get the annual furnace checkup. Yep, pressing the button. And there we go. Well, before we do that, we place the bed. Yeah, place. Imagine that. Want to go? That's a little too far, but pressing. There we go. Alright, we got a random dryer with, there was nothing in it. It's one of those dryers, if they sit idle for a while, that it'll spin up for a bit to keep things from getting moldy. I forgot such a thing can exist. The only thing that really sucks about a spawn point out in the middle of the ocean is where is land, and if there isn't, if we die before we place another bed, we could be in serious trouble. We might actually have caused an endgame where it's no longer possible to keep going. But that's only if the other three directions, well, I know the way back is far gone at this point, but we'll still say north-south, and we'll even still include west. That it is possible that if we're too far away and we die of starvation before we can reach anything, which now I believe is now possible to get somewhere if we were to croak out in the middle of the ocean, which we don't want to do. Alright, is this a thing we can do? No, we don't want to do that. You're taking me... You're trying to do a Pirates of the Caribbean on me. I don't want to go backwards to the drop. Brake. It's fortunately the broken dryer thing should be a relatively easy fix in terms of getting it repaired. However, by professional, because it doesn't seem to be, the drum doesn't seem to be as easy to get to as older machines were, even though it's an older machine, but I'm talking like from the 60s, 70s, or even the 80s perhaps, where you could just take the front off the machine and there you go. And I've gone that far with it, but then all of a sudden there's hardwired door switch. Well, this was worthless. Oh, maybe not. Maybe so. Anyway, there's a door switch, and of course they couldn't have think of having a Molex cable or something to so you could unplug it No, they make it so that this particular model of Whirlpool, I don't know what the model number is. Like I've said numerous times, it was gifted by the previous homeowner. Or as they say in real estate, washer and dryer will convey. Just find it funny that the dryer broke, yet the washing machine still running strong. If you try to move it, the body will literally come off the actual machine assembly itself. Because they did absolutely zero to mitigate humidity in the basement. I mean zero. It was so bad when I was shoveling dirt out of the basement. It's a poured concrete floor. I thought it was shoveling mud out of the basement. Come to find out, it wasn't mud. It was trim work that belonged to a pool table. I mean, they really let it go. I mean, the humidity was so bad in the basement, if you put anything on the floor, even like 30 minutes later, you pick it up, there's a wet spot where you've left whatever item you put down. Needless to say, after getting a dehumidifier, I tried all the damp rid stuff just to see if I could. Cool feature number 4. I like it when you can do stuff like that. Yeah, it doesn't seem to matter what we do here. Break. Alright, time to use a tree to circumvent this mountain. Yeah, let's do that. And go. Stutter there. Oh, God. Dark jungle, not good either. Alright, let's sleep the night over here. Got time for one more sleep and a half day. Alright, one more sleep, then a half day. Back to the laundromat. Or break. Jump. Yeah, better jump. Go. Not that far though. Jump. Go. Well, I thought we'd land a little higher than that. Alright, let's see, are we safe this way? Yes, we are. Dave Grohled it again. Dave Grohl it again. How about the boat? Really put it that far? I can use one of these. We're lower than I thought I was. So going through this craziness is probably the best way. Oh yeah, I see the water. Oh yeah, I said I wanted to punch down a spruce tree. Since we had to use a bit of it. 49. Yeah, we're not terribly bad. That'll be 53. 53. 57. 61. That'll be enough. 61. Right before we keep going, junk that. Alright, we made it to the 7510 kilometer area. Go. Dave Grohl it. Alright, we're kind of stuck here. Alright, this is pointless. And we're in the board. Get off the boat. There we go. Is this safe? Yes, it is. One more, not here. Move the player. One position. Jeez. That's all you had to have done. Nice jump. Glad you didn't do that again. Break. Place. Jump. Can't move. Thanks for not switching over to... This game is so dead on controls. Not dead on, dead on controls. Actually, this will be it. There's 3 more minutes. 7,010,745. Light the place up. One way, Georgia 551 saying, hope you enjoyed and have a good one.